We all know how important it is for teams to nail their draft picks, and in the Hunger Games style competition that the NFL forces every year, some unlucky son of a bitch will have their name called as a New York Jet every season. It's heartbreaking what we do to these poor 20-year-olds, all of them with their plucky, hardworking attitudes, ready to get out in the world and make their mark, and we show our gratitude to them by sticking them in this diarrhea-colored uniform that's brought only sadness and misery for decades. These draft prospects had it hard enough as it is, being in college and getting no reward, no compensation, no fun, unable to make mistakes. Okay, sure, most of them got paid more in college than they'll even make in their rookie deals, but they had to endure some difficult stuff to get those contracts, like being forced into autograph signings and meet and greets. They don't want to talk to those disgusting poor people and sign stuff for them. They want to be out drinking and driving their $200,000 Corvettes. And sure, they don't actually do the meet and greets and autograph signings, but isn't the mere idea that they should do those things enough to piss you off? What happened to the good old days when we let college athletes get in drunken bar fights at 4 in the morning, knowing they would be up and ready for a game against Alabama in 6 hours?
I felt like the harder I partied, the better that I played.
Maybe Johnny Manziel was right all along. How do you expect a player to live up to their expectations if they can't express themselves and show the important parts of who they are deep inside? Just the important things like how many followers they have on Instagram, or how many times they've been posted on a rapper's story, or how drippy their ice is. I'm talking about aura, baby. It's the talk of the town. If there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's that aura is not only the key defining trait of a man, but a direct correlation to how good a player is and is going to be. There are so many teams in the NFL drafting a player while their franchise is a hot garbage can and seemingly run and managed by a baby without eyes, ears, fingers, or a brain. Take a look at the teams in the top 5 picks in this draft that just happened. Now, how often do you remember in your lifetime seeing these same exact teams in the same position? Clearly, they've been focusing on the wrong things, and this was the perfect year to address that. Now, I watched the film on Shedeur Sanders, which was about a second round grade player quality. I'll give you that. He also has the physical traits of Brock Purdy as well. But what he does have is an undeniable coolness that just can't be matched. He's got a move. He's got a song to go with the move. He's the son of one of the dopest NFL players of all time. It's seemingly always snowing when he's around. Tell me all you want about blue chip prospects and elite traits. Not even Travis Hunter is as cool as Shedeur Sanders. While Hunter is busy sharing his girlfriend with other men, Shedeur is turning heads of NFL fans with how mysterious and cool he is. If you're not drafting for swagger with a number 2 pick, then you're doing it wrong. I'm looking at you, Jaguars. Clearly, the NFL messed up by letting Shedeur fall to the 5th round, but make no mistake for the number 1 pick, because fortunately for the Titans, there's an even bigger aura farm waiting for them in Cam Ward, the nonchalant king himself. He may not fix your franchise like other first overall picks in the past, but he'll bump up team morale by at least 30 points just by hanging around the locker room. I saw plenty of fans upset that the Browns didn't take Travis Hunter and then trade back into the top 10 to take Shedeur as well. Is it pure delusion and brain dead cells talking for them? Maybe. Maybe it is. Is it the fact that they've never actually watched a Colorado football game in their life, have zero understanding of how drafting works, and are just drawn to a Shedeur's chain like a moth to a flame? Also possible. Or maybe they just get what I've been saying this whole time. Aura is everything. It goes past the quarterbacks too. Ashton Jeanty was drafted with the 6th overall pick. When's the last time you saw a running back get drafted that early? And don't tell me it's because he's a spitting image of Marshawn Lynch and has unbelievable talent. The Raiders picked him because of his menacing stance pre-snap. He looks like a serial killer stalking his next victim. While most players buy their aura with chains, with Ashton Jeanty, it's like a second language to him. It just resonates off him like heat off the sun. And since I mentioned Cam Ward being a nonchalant king, how about the Panthers taking T-Mac at number 8? Someone who doesn't even like football? Sign me up. I don't need a guy who loves the sport and carefully spends their time perfecting their craft. I need players who are looking for a bag. You want him to watch film? How about you watch a Fortnite stream, you nerd? I do want to bring things back to Shedeur though for a minute, who was picked by the Browns in the 5th round. He'll be added to the Browns' ever-growing group of quarterbacks. At this point, the Browns are slowly turning into one of those Madden YouTuber tournaments.
Hey, I put every quarterback in the NFL on one team.
The Browns have struggled for years to find even a quality starting quarterback. They would kill to have a, Baker Mayfield caliber guy. In fact, the Browns are so desperate for a Baker Mayfield caliber quarterback, I think they would even consider offering someone like him $230 million guaranteed, just off the top of my head. But not Baker Mayfield, of course, just someone in that realm, someone that could lead them to their first playoff win in decades. Hypothetically speaking, of course. As of right now, it's a tough battle in Cleveland for the starting spot. You have 60-year-old Joe Flacco, former Super Bowl winning quarterback Kenny Pickett, don't forget that. That one guy who hangs around the public pool and discreetly masturbates in his shorts by the snack shack, who's also making $50 million a year for some reason. 3rd round pick Dillon Gabriel, and 5th round pick Shedeur Sanders. At minimum, one of these guys has to go. You can't cut the pervert, he's making too much money. Tough to cut Joe Flacco when he's the guy you brought in to start and eat all the oatmeal in the team's facility. Plus, you already brought in a handler for him, just make sure to keep the handler safe distance from Deshaun. It'd be weird to cut Kenny Pickett, who you just traded for after his electric Super Bowl performance, and you don't want to waste a 3rd round pick cutting Dillon Gabriel, and Shedeur's likely the best quarterback on the team right now. My suggestion: make Deshaun Watson the highest paid water boy in history. At minimum, get your name in Guinness Book of World Records. Get something out of this deal. Then with Joe Flacco, just let him practice until he breaks a hip or something. It's only a matter of time. Then with the remaining 3 quarterbacks, you can just have a Joker from the Dark Knight style recruitment process.
Now, our operation is small, but there's a lot of potential for aggressive expansion. So which of you fine gentlemen would like to join our team? Oh, there's only one spot open right now, so we're gonna have tryouts. Make it fast.
What better way to get your guy than making it the truest competition of them all? To the death. You're welcome, Cleveland Browns. It's funny that this situation is happening with Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders on the Browns at this very moment, because earlier this year in the draft process, before the draft actually happened, I did a quarterback ranking videos for the NFL prospects and the quarterback prospects coming in. I had Dillon Gabriel ahead of Shedeur Sanders. Looks like a lot of people aren't really in agreement with that and think that the Browns were stupid for even taking Dillon Gabriel in the first place. I wouldn't be surprised if Dillon Gabriel wins that battle. If he doesn't, then it looks like Shedeur's going to get his shot. I don't think he should have gone in the 5th round necessarily, but there's certainly a reason that he did. So we'll see how everything plays out. And as for the Jaguars taking Travis Hunter, I think they got a phenomenal player in him who's going to play 2 ways. And if he gets injured, they have 2 players that are hurt. And when it comes to paying him his contract, they're going to have to pay 2 players. And if unluckily Travis Hunter ends up getting a DUI or some legal action, it's not just going to be Travis Hunter. It's going to be 2 starting players on your team. That's going to do it. See ya.
They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing. Got them baguettes up on my neck, I stay shining.